Think back to the last time you were embarrassed. Think deep for 1, 2 seconds. Now, after this image is in your head, I want you to imagine that feeling you felt deep down your stomach, that knot, that tightening knot. Now, imagine that feeling, right? But now, take your phone and record yourself doing this embarrassing thing, right? And now you're gonna voluntarily upload it to the internet at the prospect of getting like, shares, and comments. Could you imagine if someone actually did that voluntarily on a day-to-day basis? Well, people do. So today we're talking about those people and just why they enjoy putting us all through such cringe and torture. As I mentioned before, I'm somewhat of a hater. I'm a hater connoisseur. It's certain things that just make my skin crawl, like public displays of affection. Now, I don't mind it. I don't mind seeing it, but there's what you call too much. You're doing too much for no reason. Now, when it comes to public proposals, the people who get turned down for a public proposal is like, did you not think? Were there not signs? Did you not give hints leading up to this moment that you decided to go in the middle of a mall or go to Disney World or go in your driveway, set up your camera and record yourself being rejected? Wait a minute. Or have someone record you being rejected. And this person decided to kick you while you were down and decided to upload this video to the internet for people to see you get kicked while you're down over and over and over again. No one thought, maybe I should delete this video. He's already in a bad spot. No, they decided to upload it. That's crazy. And then you have the people who try to add humor and brighten up the situation. I would have just came up and said, "Ha ha, I got you. It's a joke." But when you paid the people at the sports game to cut to you and you decide to propose on the big jumbotron and she says no, it's no way to finagle and get out that situation. You either A, come up with an uppercut to end it all and shift people's attention. Two, you act like you were just tying your shoe and say, ha ha ha, I pranked the stadium. I paid a couple $1,000s to get on the jumbotron. It was a joke. Or three, you pull out your time machine and you go back in time. Those are the only three options you have. It's just public displays of affection. When I see rejections, I actually smile a little. Because who are you to think that we want to see you get married? Who are you to feel like you're better than us to propose? Who are you to have a good relationship? Who do you think you are? Do you think you're special? Congratulations. You got rejected. And then it's like, after you propose on such a large stage and your spouse or partner says no, how do you move forward? What's the conversation that's had after that? What do you talk about on the ride home? And if he or she drove you there, that's even worse because it's like now I gotta fake laugh it off. You guys know that fake laugh. Secondhand embarrassment, it comes in many forms, shapes, and sizes.
I'm looking for a new. I'm looking for a new. I'm looking for a new boyfriend. Billionaire. 6'5", brown eyes.
You can get secondhand embarrassment from seeing a toddler ask for a toy and all the kids say no. It's possible. But what about the adults who think that let me show my terrible, my hazardous living conditions online and let me do a voiceover and show people the way I live? That's a great idea. Let me do that. Now, the videos I'm about to show you, viewer discretion is advised because I didn't know, well, I didn't believe people could be so filthy. So, mind your eyes.
To deal with this cup. Look how nasty. Would you drink that for 500K? Is on her period this month, so there's some juices on here.
Now, no. Don't dislike my video. That's a separate video on an app where the dislike button is not yet a thing. Now, you can go put a thumbs down in the comment section, and that would suffice just well. But could you imagine someone no, could you imagine sitting through watching that full video? My stomach churned as I was looking up videos to even put in that section. There are some videos worse than that one. Believe me, they're out there. And no, that's not tea. No, that's not lemonade. That's urine that's getting darker with the least amount of water you drink. And some people still eat at potlucks. Some people still go to other people's houses and eat. Some people are still purchasing plates from people who have no kind of food service knowledge at all. Could you imagine that? I'm hesitant to even eat for myself sometimes. I couldn't fathom eating from someone else's house. And it's always the people with pets, huh? That's why I got rid of my dog because they shed and shed and shed. And I had a short hair breed. So, but I was finding hair in the corners of the house. Could you imagine that? That woman had a rug with dog blood on it, fermenting. Now that kind of content actually has a cult following, the cleaning content, because people like to see what just was in that cup. Is there a sink up under all that? Here's the thing, people aren't just doing this because they lack self awareness. They're doing it because being the most cringe now comes with rewards, more likes, more followers, and maybe even a sponsorship deal if your cringe gets enough views. Vulnerability has been turned into currency. But why does secondhand embarrassment hurt so bad? You can literally feel it deep inside your body, bubbling. It's because it's empathy that's been turned against us. We care for these people too much. And unlike them, we're hyper aware of how it looks from the outside. So we try to put ourselves in their shoes, and it just hurts so much. And it's not just a failure, it's watching someone realize how far gone they are. Watching people stumble through life's obstacles oblivious to their surroundings. It's like watching someone in a slow motion car crash. They understand what's going to happen when this car hits them. They try to brace for impact, yet they still can't stop it from happening. And social media has turned secondhand embarrassment into what's called a spectator sport. People don't just make mistakes anymore, they upload them, hashtag them, and invite people from around the world to watch them do some of the most heinous things ever seen on the World Wide Web. Now, it's impossible to have a sport without watchers. Well, actually, there is, but we're not going there. These are what you call enablers. People who promote negative behavior, and the person who's doing this behavior, they feel like, oh, well, I should keep doing it. I'm being rewarded. I'm getting monetary gains. My face is getting out there, and I'm potentially networking and becoming sponsors for some of these brands. So let me keep doing it. And when you have people in the comment section saying, "Oh my God, you're so brave for sharing this," all I have to say is, "No, they're not brave. They're dumb." Now, that may come off as mean. Well, it is mean. Two things can be true. You can be dumb, and I can be mean. But why do the enablers get to go scot free? Why are people not embarrassed? Why do these people in the comment section feel the need to keep egging these people on? Who are they and why don't they ever have faces? You know why? Because they're the ones who sit in the corner at a hotel room and they watch as, please, pardon my rudeness. Secondhand embarrassment is a symptom of something much more bigger that we're failing to acknowledge. Is that society, we're losing our minds and our ability to connect with people without feeling the need to humiliate ourselves on a larger level. It's okay to be yourself. Now, if that's your personality, of someone who just wants to humiliate themselves and be the laughing stock, as I said, there's something much bigger going on that you may need to get that looked at. We're losing our ability to set boundaries and keep certain parts of our lives secret. The only thing about me that's public is my opinions. I don't post private parts of my life or weird things that I enjoy to do in my weird time. Now, you may notice them around my head, but it's not something that I promote and put it in your face. We combat it by calling out the negative behavior and the effects well, the long lasting effects that it will have on society in the near future. But hey, maybe I'm overthinking it and I'm the one embarrassing myself for even considering something being secondhand embarrassment. But hey, what's a little humiliation between two strangers, right? I mean, who cares if someone decides to go on a crying rant online and upload it to all their social media platforms? Who cares if people record their friend jumping off of a cruise ship only to be lost at sea and eaten by sharks? Who cares, right? But who am I to even bring this up? Well, I'm Alonzo, and thanks for stopping by, guys. Until next time, see you in the next one. Peace. My most embarrassing moment came when I was in a grocery mart, and I was at the checkout line, about to exit the grocery store. And I went to swipe my card, and there was no money on the card. And the line got longer and longer with each second that passed by. This felt like an eternity. I was hot all over, sweats, and just at the right time, my mom came through clutch. Now, that's my biggest nightmare. Being in the line, my card declines, and I'm looking at the people at the corner of my eye, thinking like, oh my God, they're judging me. Now, I couldn't imagine myself setting up a tripod and recording myself going through my worst nightmare.